A year after George Floyd's murder, some community organizations are reflecting about the impact of a racial reckoning that impacted the world.
90 Forward says its goal is to level the playing field for all communities, advancing racial equality here in Jacksonville. Mel is live this morning with the CEO, taking a look at some of their top priorities and the ripple effect of Floyd's murder. Mel.
Hey, good morning again, Bruce and Jen. So Dr. Kimberly Allen has been with 90 Forward now since the beginning of this year. And it certainly is a time when there's a lot of discussion and a lot of movement and really a groundswelling of people who are interested in being a part of this conversation and the action. So I want to bring you in. Dr. Allen, thanks so much for talking with us today. I want to point out, you're a numbers lady. You work in statistics. So talk about, some of the disparities that you see and that your research has shown that we're having here in Jacksonville.
Yes, absolutely. So we have been publishing race and retrospect reports that have talked about the disparities that honestly Black and brown communities are experiencing in education, housing, healthcare, you name it. And unfortunately, communities of color are underrepresented in the areas of prosperity and overrepresented in the areas of deficit and lack.
And, it's interesting because during the last year and a half, we were forced, to watch that 9.5-minute traumatic video of George Floyd's murder. Yet the statistics that you've been putting out do prove that there are disparities and things that are happening here locally. But it really took that video to get people to talk and to get people to really act. What have you noticed over the last year as far as that action goes?
Over the last year, I've noticed a lot of investment in this work, in social justice work. We've seen organizations like ours and others around the community who've received philanthropic dollars to do the work, but the work obviously still continues. And it was long overdue before George Floyd was murdered, and it will continue to be due for quite some time.
Yeah, and talk about that. Money helps. You can't do it. We couldn't be in this space here, the corner gallery at the Jesse, without the $150,000 donation that came to make it happen. But again, like you said, it requires people to really kind of buy in and start to incorporate these principles and this wording and this empathy into their homes and into their lives and also into the laws.
Absolutely. We want to encourage people to have those dialogues that are necessary, but also be willing to do the work, the self-work that's necessary to be good human beings for each other, and then work outwardly to make change in policies and things like that.
Let's talk a little bit about the race cards, which I have had the chance to flip through. They're amazing opportunities for people to have conversations that could be a little uncomfortable. You have to sit and listen and understand. So tell us more about where people can get those and what the whole idea is behind them.
Absolutely. So the race cards are a deck of discussion questions that people can use to have conversations about race, the difficult topic of race. And absolutely, we can find those on 90forward.org if you want to purchase a deck. We're also downloading the app version of the cards as well, so folks can have it in their hand as well on their phones.
All right. And I know the work is always going for 90 Forward. What are some of the big projects that you're working on now?
Absolutely. We're working in partnership with organizations to bring a race and reconciliation conference. We continue to do the work to memorialize victims of terror lynchings with our historical marker going up in the spring. And we always encourage our community members to continue to have conversations around race and the impacts of racism.
All right. 90 Forward, Dr. Allen, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Again, a community conversation happening here at the Corner Gallery at the Jesse downtown from 1 to 4 today, and then again on Friday afternoon as well. For now, we're live downtown. Melanie Lawson, Channel 4, the local station.